everybody. Scoonie 007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we've got the 12-8 Baltimore Orioles taking on the 8-13 Seattle Mariners. This is game 2 of a 3-game series between the Orioles and the Mariners, with the Orioles taking game 1. Mariners looking to take the series and tie it up. Are they able to do it? We'll find out. Here is the starting lineup for the Baltimore Orioles. Leading off, the second baseman, Brian Roberts. Batting second, the third baseman, Melvin Mora. Batting third, the right fielder, Nick Markakis. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Kevin Miller. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Luke Scott. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Brady Huff. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Adam Jones. Batting eighth, the catcher, Raymond Hernandez. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Freddie Bainum. On the mound for the Mariners, it is Carlos Silva, who will come into the game with an 8.22 ERA. He's got 1 win and 3 losses, 23 innings pitched, 24 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 8 walks. We're here at Safeco Field, which gives a -2 to strikeouts and a -1 to walks. And with that, the home plate umpire dusts off home plate as Brian Roberts makes his way into the batter's box. He's batting a .286, and we are ready for the first pitch. And this game is underway. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That is a blank. Roberts. 2-4, column 2, row 4. Fly ball back there to Ibens. He'll make the catch. And that'll put one away. Let's take a look at the starting defense for the Seattle Mariners. Ibens will be out there in left field. Suzuki will be in center. Bloomcrest at right field. Going around the horn, we've got Beltre on third. Betancourt playing short. Lopez is on second. Sexton at first. Joey Gima's behind the plate. And Silva is on the mound. Melvin Mora batting a .307. And that is going to be a 4-5, column 4, row 5. That is a blank. 3-4, column 3, row 4. Line drive to Lopez. He'll make the catch. Throw it over to Sexton. And that is out, number 2. 2 away, Nick Markakis batting a .280. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That is a walk on a 1-14. That is a 5. And that is going to be good for a walk. So Markakis will trot on down to first. Strategy roll is an 18. Kevin Miller up. He's batting a .185. 2 outs. Runner on first. With runners on base and 2 outs, we add a +1 to the base run rating. And here is the pitch to Kevin Millard. 3-3, column 3, row 3, strikeout on a 1-8. That is a 7. Struck him out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, but the Orioles will leave one stranded. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Seattle Mariners. Leading off, the center fielder, Ichiro Suzuki. Batting second, the second baseman, Jose Lopez. Batting third, the left fielder, Raul Ibens. Batting fourth, the third baseman in the cleanup position, Adrian Beltre. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Jose Verito. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Richie Sexton. Batting seventh, the catcher, Kenji Johijima. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Willie Bloomcrest. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Yunesuke Betancourt. On the mound for the Orioles, it is Daniel Cabrera. He'll come in the game with a 3.04 ERA. He's got 1 win and 1 loss. He's pitched 20 and 2/3 of an innings, allowed 18 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 9 walks. Ichiro is up. He's batting a .292. And the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6. That's going to be a walk on a 1-5. The 13 is too high. 2-6, column 2, row 6. Power hit to Makakis. That is an 8, and that is going to be good for a leadoff double by Ichiro Suzuki. It is a double on a 4-12. So we roll 1d20 against the power hit line, and that becomes a double for Suzuki. Infield normal depth. Jose Lopez up. He's batting a .226. Strategy roll is an 18, and that is going to be a sacrifice play. Lopez batting a .226. Infield normal depth. And the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6, home run, fouled off. Will the batter redo the attempt, or will it be a regular at bat? He's going to redo the attempt. So on a redo, that's going to be a bunt. It is a successful sac bunt. That is a 4. It's going to go down the first baseline on a 1-4. 1 out, but that gets Ichiro over to third. So the Mariners have a runner in scoring position. Ibens batting a .321. Strategy roll is a 6. Mariners holding off. And here is the pitch. 4-2, column 4. Row 2, that's going to be a walk plus. Now, on a walk plus, we add 10 minus the 1 from Seiko Field. So we add 9 to that range of a walk. That's where we get the 17. That is an 8. And that is good for a walk. So, runners on the corner. The infield is in. And that's going to bring up Adrian Beltre, batting a .253. Strategy roll 17. And here is the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2. By the way, before we resolve the range play by Adrian Beltre, let's take a look at the starting defense for the Baltimore Orioles. Scott will be out there in the left field. Jones will be in center. Markakis at right. Going around the horn, we've got Mora on third, Bainum at short, Roberts would be on second, Millard at first, Hernandez is behind the plate, and Cabrera is on the mound. So on a range play, that's going to be the first number we check. It's a 5-2, column 5, row 2, double star 1. That's a ground ball to Roberts. His range is a 1. That's going to be a 5. That's going to be good for a single, which will score Suzuki. And he can't make the play in time, so Suzuki will score. Raul will go to third, go to second. Does he advance to third? He'll go from first to third on a base run rating of a 3-6. That is a 2. He'll hold. Mariners on the board, 1-0. Jose Verito up, batting a .270. 1 out, runners on first and second. Infield playing double play depth. Strategy roll is a 4. And that's going to be a 3-1. Column 3, row 1. That is a blank. 4-4, column 4, row 4. Ground ball to Miller. We will check for a double play. That's going to be a 2, a 0. Bainum is a 0. The pivot is the shortstop. That is a 2. That's going to be a 1. That is going to be a double play. Ibens will go to third. However, it is a 6-4. It is a 3-6-3 double play. Double play to get out of that inning. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. And the Mariners will also leave one stranded. After 1, it's Mariners 1, Orioles nothing. We go to the top of the second. Luke Scott, Bray Huff, and Adam Jones due up for the Orioles. Luke Scott batting at .348. 4-4, column 4, row 4. That's going to be a walk on a 1-8. The 18 is too high. 5-1, column 5, row 1. It's a single out there in the right field to Bloomcrest. And with that, Luke Scott will get lead off with a base hit. Bray Huff batting a .324. Strategy roll is an 11. And here is the pitch. Orioles holding off 5-4. Column 5, row 4. That's going to be a hit by pitch. Silva is a -4 for the hit by pitch rating. Takes that down to 0. The 3 is too high. 4-3, column 4, row 3. Line drive to Lopez. No double play. It is 1 out. And the play will be at second. Lopez making that catch, 1 away. Runner on first. Strategy roll 16. Orioles holding off. Adam Jones up infield, still at double play depth. Jones batting a .297. And the pitch. 3-1. Column 3, row 1. That is a blank. 5-4. Column 5, row 4. Double star 4. It's a ground ball to Beltray. He'll make the catch. Double play? No. That is a 3-0. -1 makes it a 3. Base run rating is a 1. However, the die roll that we check, it's a 6. And the rule says if we roll a 6 when checking for double play, the play is only at first. Scott goes to second. And the out at first. Raymond Hernandez batting a .306. Runner on second. Strategy roll is a 12. Orioles holding off. And here is the pitch. 4-4, column 2, row 4. It's a single past Silva. And with that, Luke will go to third. Does Luke use the force to come home? Base run rating is a 3. He'll go from second to home on a 1 through 6. And he will. He'll score. RBI single by Hernandez. That ties the game up. We're tied at 1 at the top of the second with 2 outs. Freddie Bainum up. He's batting a .214. Strategy roll is a 3. And the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That is a blank. 1-1, column 1, row 1. Fly ball back. Suzuki sees it. Eyes it up. Squares it up. Puts up his glove. And makes the catch. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. And 1 left on for the Orioles. We go to the bottom of the second. Richie Sexton, Kenji Joey-Jima, and Willie Bloomcrest due up. Richie Sexton batting a .232. And the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That is a hit by pitch. That makes it a 10. Cabrera will give a +10. 14 too high. 6-4, column 6, row 4. Fly ball back there to Scott. He'll make the catch. And 1 away. Kenji Joey-Jima batting a .258. 6-3, column 6, row 3, that is a blank, Kenji. 1-2, column 1, row 2, ground ball down to the shortstop, the Bainum. He'll make the catch, and that'll put 2 away. Willie Bloomcrest batting a 125. 2 up, 2 down, 1-3, column 1, row 3, strikeout on a 1-10. That is a 9. Struck him out. No. So the Orioles retire the Mariners in order. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. After 2, we're tied at 1. Brian Roberts, Melvin Mora, and Nick Markakis do up for the Orioles. Top of the order, Brian Roberts, 0 for 1, and the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5. Home run on a 1-4. The 13 is too high. 3-6, column 3, row 6. Power hit to Bloomcrest. That is a 2 on a 1-2. It's a single. And Roberts is on with 8. Will lead off with a base hit. Mora, 0 for 1, and the pitch. Strategy roll 15, by the way. Orioles holding off. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That is a strike on a 1-6. The 9 is too high. 1-6, column 1, row 6. It's a pop-up to Beltray. He sees it, gets under it, makes the catch, and puts 1 away. Strategy roll is a 1. It is a steal attempt. Stolen base rating is a 16. We take 1d6. Roll it. And it is a 3-19. That is a 15. He'll steal second. Markakis walked his last time up. And here is the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That is a blank. Markakis. 2-5, column 2, row 5. Single out there to center field to Suzuki. Roberts will go to third as he waved around home. That's a +2 to the base run rating. Gives him a 3. That is a 3. And the rule says, if the roll is less than or equal to the adjusted base run, the runner will advance. Otherwise, they hold. And that is a 3. The die roll is a 3. He'll score. It's an RBI single by Nick Markakis, and the Orioles flip the scoreboard. It's 2-1 Baltimore. Kevin Millard up. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 16. Orioles standing pat, infield at double play depth. And the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-5, column 5, row 5. That is a blank. 2-3, column 2, row 3. Power hit to Ibens. That is a 2. That's going to be a single. Markakis will go to second. Die roll is a 1. We checked the other die, the second die. That is a 4. However, if the adjusted base run rating is less than 1, he'll hold. Markakis has a 0. He will hold. Luke Scott, 1 for 1 with a run scored. Runners on first and second with 1 out. And here is the pitch. Strategy roll 19, by the way. Orioles holding off 4-2. Column 4, row 2. Home run chance on a 1-12. That is a 3. Luke needs a 13 or less. It's a 9. It's a 3-run homer by Luke Scott. And Luke Scott drives in a 3-run home run down the right field side. Bloomcrest goes back chasing it, and that ball is into the second deck here at Seiko Field. And it's 5-1. Luke Scott with his 6th home run of the replay. Brady Huff, 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. Nobody on, and that is going to be a 5-3, column 5, row 3, strikeout on a 1-6. That is a 1, struck him out. And that'll put 2 away. Adam Jones, 0 for 1, and the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4, hit by pitch. -4 makes it a 6. The 19 is too high. 4-6, column 4, row 6, and that is going to be a single into center field. And Jones will get on with a single. Raymond Hernandez, who is 1 for 1 with an RBI. Strategy roll is a 12. Runner on first. Infield normal depth. And the pitch. 1-2. Column 1, row 2. Possible error on a ground ball. Now, error range comes into check. That is the number in the brackets. So anytime you roll an EG, an E, or an ET, well, ET you don't phone home. It's an error. It stands for error on a throw. And with that, you will check the number in the brackets. 3-3. Column 3, row 3. It's a line drive to Benecourt. And Benecourt will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 1 left on for the Orioles. We go to the bottom of the third. Yunesuke Benecourt, Ichiro Suzuki, Jose Lopez due up for the Mariners. Benecourt batting a 304. 2-2, column 2, row 2. Strikeout on a 1-2. The 16 is too high. 5-1, column 5, row 1. It's a pop up to Bainum. Bainum goes underneath it, makes the catch. And that puts 1 away. Top of the order, Ichiro Suzuki. Suzuki 1 for 1 today with a double and a run scored. And here is the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. Possible error on a ground ball. Suzuki. 4-1, column 4, row 1. It's a single down the third baseline past Mora. Error range is on a 1-7. That is a 5. And the batter is thrown out at first. And with that, he'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. That puts 2 away, sorry. Jose Lopez batting a 226. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-3, column 1, row 3. Strikeout on a 1-4. The 13 is too high. And then it's going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. That is a single past Markakis out there in the right field. And with that, the Mariners will keep the inning alive, and that is going to bring up Raul Ibens. Ibens with a walk. Strategy roll is a 13. Mariners holding off, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-6, column 4, row 6. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 5-6, column 5, row 6. It's a double in a right field. And with that, Lopez goes to third. He'll hold.
Fans who interfere with play on the field will be escorted from the stadium.
And with that, Adrian Beltre is up. Beltre 1 for 1 with an RBI. Strategy roll is an 18. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 2-3, column 2. Row 3, double question mark. Double star on a 1 to 14. That is a 16. Too high. Beltre. 4-5, column 4. Row 5. Ground ball to Bainum. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. But the Mariners will leave 2 stranded. After 3, it's Orioles 5, Mariners 1. We go to the top of the 4th. Freddie Bainum, Brian Roberts, and Melvin Mora due up for the Orioles. Taking a look here, Carlos Silva can face 8 more batters before he's considered tired. Freddie Bainum, 0 for 1, and the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4. Single up the middle, past Silva. And with that, Bainum will lead off with a base hit. Top of the order, Brian Roberts, 1 for 2 today with a run scored. Strategy roll is a 10, and here is the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That is a blank. 5-6, column 5, row 6. It's a single out there into right field. And Roberts will smack a single. Bainum goes to second. He'll get the hold sign, and the runners will hold at first and second. Strategy roll is a 1. Bainum with an 8 for the steal attempt, 0. That makes it a 7. They are not going to send him for the steal. Melvin Mora, 0 for 2, 4-5, column 4, row 5. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. Line drive to second base to Lopez. He'll make the catch. And the runner is doubled up. It's a double up at second base. They'll get the double play. And with that, it's 2 outs. And Roberts on, and that's going to bring up Nick Markakis. Markakis 1 for 1 with a walk, a run, and an RBI. Strategy roll is a 10, and here is the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That is a blank. 1-6, column 1, row 6. Ground ball down the first baseline to Sexton. He'll make the play, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on for the Orioles. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Jose Verito, Richie Sexton, and Kenji Johijima due up. Jose Verito, 0 for 1, and the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1. Hit by pitch, that makes it a 10. That's a 0 plus 10, 18, too high. Verito. 6-1, column 6, row 1. Fly ball back there. Scott goes back, tracks it, and it goes plop. Richie Sexton 0 for 1, and the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-5. Column 5, row 5. Home run chance on a 1 to 11. That is an 11. Sexton needs a 10 or less. It's a 2. It's a solo home run for Richie Sexton.
Fly ball. Deep to left field. Hooking down the line. Gone. Towering fly ball.
Fly ball down the left field side. Scott goes back. And that ball is into the stands. It's a solo home run. And the Mariners cut the lead down to 3. It's 5-2. That is the 6th home run of the replay. And with that, Kenji Joey Jima is 0 for 1. And here is the pitch. Mariners down by 3. 3-6. Column 3, row 6. Double star. It's a fly ball back there to Scott. He'll make the catch. And that puts 2 away. Willie Bloomcrest 0 for 1 with a strikeout and the pitch. 2-4. Column 2, row 4. That is a walk. On a 1 to 17, that is a 7. And that's going to be a walk. And with that, 1 on. Yunesuke Benacourt up. 1 on, 2 outs. Strategy roll 7. And the pitch. 3-6. Column 3, row 6. Double star. Fly ball back there to Jones. Now on the batter's card, when you roll the double star, you'll roll 1d6 in the physical game. In the PC game, it'll randomly choose it. That's a fly ball back there to Jones. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Mariners. We go to the after 4. Orioles 5. Mariners 2. We go to the top of the 5th. Kevin Millard, Luke Scott, and Abraham Huff due up for the Orioles. Kevin Millard 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a run scored. Carlos Silva can face 4 more batters before he's considered tired. 5-3. Column 5, row 3, strikeout on a 1 to 8. The 9 is too high. 2-3. Column 2, row 3, power hit to Ibens on an 18. So on a 12 to 20, it's a fly ball out. Ibens goes back, makes the catch at the track. And that'll put 1 away. Luke Scott 1 for 2 with a home run. 2 runs and 3 RBIs. And here is the pitch. 5-4. Column 5, row 4. Hit by pitch. That drops to a 3. The 6 is too high. 5-2. Column 5, row 2. It's a ground ball to Sexton. He'll make the play. And that'll put 2 away. Brady Huff 0 for 2 with a strikeout and the pitch. 5-6. Column 5, row 6. It's a range play. 5-6. Column 5, row 6. Whose range are we checking? It's a double star 1. Ground ball to Lopez. Lopez's range is on a 1 to 4. That's a 3. He'll make the catch.
Boy, he had to cover a lot of ground to make that grab.
And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Mariners retire the Orioles in order. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and it's the top of the order. Ichiro Suzuki, Jose Lopez, and Raul Ibens due up for the Mariners. Cabrera can face 9 more batters before he's considered tired. Ichiro Suzuki 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. And here is the pitch. 1-2, column 1, row 2 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Seiko Field. 1-6. Column 1, row 6. Ground ball to Miller. He'll make the play. And that puts one away. Jose Lopez up 1-for-1. And here is the pitch. Lopez 2-4. Column 2, row 4. That is a walk on a 1-4. The 19 is too high. 5-6. Column 5, row 6. Fly ball back there to Jones. He'll come in. Gets under it and makes the catch. And that puts two away. 2 up, 2 down. Raul Ibens 1-for-1 with a double and a walk. 4-5. Column 4, row 5. That is a blank. 2-6. Column 2, row 6. Ground ball down the first baseline to Miller. He'll make the play. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors as the Orioles retire the Mariners in order after 5. It's Orioles 5, Mariners 2. We go to the top of the 6th. Adam Jones, Raymond Hernandez, and Freddie Bainum due up for the Orioles. All right, so they're leaving Silva in. Jones is up. He's 1-for-2. And here is the pitch. As we start the 6th. 6-5, column 6, row 5. Possible error on a throw. And that is going to be a 4-5, column 4, row 5. Single to Bloomcrest. His error range is a 0. That's going to be a 14. But we only check for runner advancement on that error. There is no error. So Jones is on with a base hit. So Mariners bullpen starting to warm up. And here is the pitch. Strategy roll is a 9. Raymond Hernandez 1-for-2 with an RBI. 4-1. Column 4, row 1. That is a blank. 4-2. Column 4, row 2. Ground ball to Sexton. And remember, infield is at double play depth. That is a 9 on the strategy die, so nothing happened there. And that is going to be on a fielder's choice. 0-0 makes it a 3. The die roll is a 5. And the rule says, if the roll is greater than the runner on first, then it's a force out at second. So Jones will get forced out. And with that, Hernandez is on with a base hit. So Betancourt tags the plate, getting Jones out at second. Freddie Bainum up. He's 1-for-2. Silva tired at this point. Strategy roll is an 8. Mariners holding off. They're going to keep him out there. So if he rolls a 5-1, a 6-2, or 2-5, he will get pulled. 6-1, column 6, row 1, strikeout on a 1-14. That is a 6. Struck him out. And we go to the top of the order with 2 outs. Brian Roberts, 2-for-3 with a run scored. Strategy roll is a 9, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. At the ballpark, we're going to go to Seiko Field. 4-3, column 4, row 3. It's a double to center field to Suzuki.
He rocks one to right center field. That'll shoot the gap and go to the wall. And one hops the wall.
And it's a one-hopper off the wall with 2 outs, and here comes the manager. And with that, Hernandez will hold at third. With 1 out, Silva is done. 1 out to go. And the Mariners are going to bring in Brandon Morrow. Morrow is going to come in. That is his, not Morrow. They're going to bring in Roy Kokoron. That is his card. Kokoron will come into the game. No ERA just yet for Kokoron. He's pitched 5 1/3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. No wins, no losses just yet for him. Taking a look at the stats here for Silva. He went 5 2/3 innings, allowed 11 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 1 home run, and an ERA of an 8.15. Mora, 0 for 3. They're going to let Mora take the hit. 2-2, column 2, row 2. That is a walk. On a 1-8, that is a 5. And that loads the bases. Nick Markakis, 1 for 2 with a walk, a run, and an RBI. Strategy roll is a 13, and here is the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4. That is a blank. Markakis. 2-4, column 2, row 4. Fly ball back there to Suzuki. Suzuki gets under it, makes the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, but the Orioles will leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Adrian Beltre, Jose Verito, and Richie Sexton due up for the Mariners. Beltre 1 for 2 with an RBI. Cabrera can face 6 more batters. Here's the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1, possible error. 4-1, column 4, row 1. Fly ball back there to Markakis. He gets underneath it. Error range is on a 1-2. That is a 19. He'll make the catch, and that puts 1 away. Jose Verito, 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. It's a wild pitch. It's a foul ball. We're going to re-roll the dice. 2-3, column 2, row 3, double question mark. Single on a 1-13, that is a 12. So when the double question mark comes up on a roll result and the pitcher is not tired, we still follow that. Strategy roll is a 17, runner on first with 1 out. Infield at double play depth, Richie Sexton, 1 for 2 with a home run, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 4-2, column 4, row 2, walk plus. On a 1-28, that is an 11, and that is going to be good for a walk. So runners on first and second, and anytime a 20 comes up on the strategy die, it is a pickoff attempt. That is a 20. Pickoff attempt. It's a balk on a 1-2. It's a 2. It's a balk. And that advances the runners up to second and third. So he balks Kenji Johijima up. He's 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6. Home run on a 1. The 5 is too high. 2-5, column 2, row 5. It's a pop-up. Baynum underneath it makes the catch. And that puts 2 away. Willie Bloomcrest, 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 1. Mariners holding off, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-4. Column 6, row 4. That is a blank. Cabrera not tired yet, so we consider that a blank. 5-2, column 5, row 2, double star 5. Fly ball back there to Jones. who doesn't have to move as it goes right to him. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on for the Mariners. After 6, it's Orioles 5, Mariners 2. We go to the top of the 7th. Kevin Millard, Luke Scott, and a Bray Huff due up for the Orioles. Kevin, and with that, Roy Corcoran going back out there for one more inning. Kevin Millard 1 for 3 with a strikeout, and here is no, they're not. They're not going to throw Corcoran out there. They are going to pull him. And they're going to bring in Ryan Rowland Smith. That is his card. Smith will come into the game with a 6.32 ERA. He's pitched 5 2/3 innings, allowed 6 hits, 1 strikeout, and 7 walks. No wins, no losses. Take a look at the stats here for Roy Corcoran. He went 1/3 of an inning, got 1 walk, still no ERA. 4, 5, and 6 in the Orioles lineup. Miller 1 for 3 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4. At the ballpark, we're going to go to Seiko Field. And that is going to be a 4-5, column 4, row 5. Fly ball back there, Ibens underneath it. He makes the catch and puts 1 away. Luke Scott, 2 for 3 with a home run, 2 runs, and 3 RBIs. 2-2, column 2, row 2. This time it's a range play at Seiko Field. Whose range are we checking? 6-3, column 6, row 3. Double star 4, ground ball to Lopez. His range is on a 1-4. That is a 6. And that's going to be good for a base hit. And Lopez. Lopez 5 for 8 on his range play, 62%. 2 errors committed throughout the replay so far. Strategy roll is a 20. It's a pickoff attempt. This time it's a 5, no balk. A Brady Huff 0 for 3 with a strikeout. They're going to let Huff take the hit. They are. 6-4, column 6, row 4 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Seiko Field. 1-6, column 1, row 6, ground ball to Sexton. Sexton will make the catch. Double play, 3-0-0, the pivot being the shortstop. The die roll is a 4, so it's higher than the base run rating. Scott will get forced out. And with that, a Brady Huff is on with a base hit by fielder's choice. And with that, Adam Jones is up. He's 2 for 3. Runner on first. Strategy roll is a 16. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-3. Column 5. Row 3. Walk plus on a 1-18. The 7 in range. And that's going to be good for a walk. So Huff will trot on down to second. Jones on first. 2 outs. Strategy roll is a 7. Hernandez is up. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. And that's going to be a 1-1. Column 1, row 1. Walk on a 1-2. The 20 is too high. 3-3. Column 3, row 3. Line drive to Benecourt. He'll make the catch and sing, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Orioles will leave 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Yusuke Betancourt, Ichiro Suzuki, and Jose Lopez due up for the Mariners. Let's take a look at the box score after 6.5 have been played here at Safeco Field. The Orioles scored a run in the second, 4 runs in the third, 5 runs on 12 hits and no errors. The Mariners scored a run in the first and a run in the fourth, 2 runs on 6 hits and no errors. So far in this game, as we go to the bottom of the 7th, 18 hits between both teams. And with that, Cabrera goes back out on the mound. He can face one more batter before he's considered tired. Betancourt 0 for 2. Is Betancourt going to take the hit? He is. And Betancourt will step up. Actually, Betancourt, no. Betancourt not taking the hit here. And they're going to bring in Tug Hewlett to pinch hit. Hewlett will come into the game with a 2.86 ERA. And here is the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4. Strikeout on a 1-7. The 17 is too high. 7 in range. Struck him out, and we go to the top of the order. Ichiro Suzuki, who is 1 for 3. Cabrera now tired. 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored for Suzuki. Here's the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. Possible error on a ground ball. 2-1, column 2, row 1. Ground ball down the third baseline. Mora will scoop it up. Error range is a 7. 17, too high. No error there. Mora will make the catch. And that puts 2 away. Jose Lopez 1 for 2, and here is the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5. It's a range play. Whose range are we checking? 5-3, column 5, row 3. Bainum, his range is on a 1-3. That is a 4. It'll get past him. And with that, Lopez is on with a base hit. The bullpen for the Orioles starting to warm up. Signal from the manager as we take a look at the Orioles dugout. He's giving him 2 more batters, he says. Bainum, Raul Ibens up. Ibens 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. Strategy roll is a 3, and here is the pitch. Mariners holding off. 3-6, column 3, row 6. Strikeout on a 1-7. The 8 is too high. 4-4, column 4, row 4. That is a single to Jones, who won't get to the ball in time. And with that, Lopez will go to second. The hold sign goes up. He'll go from first to third. It's a -1. However, that is a 0. He will hold. So with that, we're going to go to the Orioles bullpen. And Cabrera is going to come out. We have a right switch right coming up. And they're going to bring in Chad Belfort to try to get through this inning here. That is his card. Belfort comes into the game with a 3.86 ERA. No wins, no losses. He's pitched 7 innings, allowed 9 hits, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Cabrera. Daniel Cabrera, he went 6 2/3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 home run, 1 balk, an ERA of a 2.97. Beltray 1 for 3 with an RBI. And here is the pitch. Runners on first and second. Strategy rolls of 15. Mariners holding off 4-4. Column 4, row 4, possible error. 3-5. Column 3, row 5, line drive to Bainham. Error range is on a 1 to 8. No, he'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So for shortstop, Tug Hewlett will come in at shortstop. Sexton coming out at first. And they're going to bring in Brad Wilkinson to take over at first. And that's the only change they're making. So Wilkinson will come in at first. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors. After 7, it's Orioles 5, Mariners 2. We go to the top of the 8th. Freddie Bainham, Brian Roberts, and Melvin Mora due up. And with that, Roland Smith staying out there for... He can face 5 more batters, so they're sending him back out there. And here is the pitch. Bainham 1 for 3 with a strikeout, 3-6. Column 3, row 6, that is a blank. Bainham 5-6. Column 5, row 6. Fly ball back there to Ibens. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Top of the order, Brian Roberts, 3 for 4 with a double and a run scored. And here is the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-6. Column 3, row 6, blank. And that is going to be a 3-1, column 3, row 1. Ground ball down the first baseline to Wilkinson. He'll make the catch. And that puts 1 away. 2 away, sorry. Melvin Mora, 0 for 3 with a walk. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. Double star. It's going to be a fly ball. Now, the reason that is a double star, Melvin is a right-handed batter. So on the pitcher card, we look to the right-handed side of the slash. Gives us the double star result. It's a fly ball back there to Suzuki. He'll get underneath it. And Suzuki will make the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors. And 3 up, 3 down as the Mariners retire the Orioles in order. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Jose Verito, Brad Wilkinson, and Kenji Johijima due up for the Mariners. Jose Verito, 0 for 3, and here is the pitch. Chad Belfort staying back out there, 6-6. Column 6, row 6. That is a blank. 5-1, column 5, row 1. Fly ball back there to Jones. He'll make the catch, and that puts 1 away. Brad Wilkinson batting a .210. 3-3, column 3, row 3. Strikeout on a 1 to 10. That is a 10. Struck him out. And that puts 2 away. Kenji Johijima, 0 for 3. Not going to take the hit here. Kenji. And Jeremy Reed will come in. Reed, first time we're seeing him. 9 games, 10 at-bats. And here's the pitch to Reed. Reed, 5-3, column 5, row 3. It's a range play at the ballpark. We're going to go to Seiko Field. 1-1, column 1, row 1. Ground ball down the first baseline to Miller. His range is on a 1 to 3. That is a 4. It failed, and it's good for a base hit.
Let that ball get by him.
So Reed is on with a base hit, and that's going to bring up Willie Bloomcrest. Bullpen for the Orioles starting to warm up. They are going to leave Belford out there. However, they are giving him the one more batter sign. Bloomcrest is 0 for 2 with a walk. 3-5. Column 5, row 3. Strikeout on a 1 to 10. The 14 is too high. 1-5. Column 1, row 5. Ground ball to the shortstop. Bainum underneath it. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side.
Remember to get your copy of the souvenir program.
And Jamie Buick is going to come in as the catcher. He'll get the call up. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Mariners. After 8, it's Orioles 5, Mariners 2. We go to the top of the 9th. Nick Markakis, Kevin Millard, and Luke Scott due up for the Orioles. Taking a look at the box score real quick. After 8 had been played here at Safeco Field, the Orioles a run in the second, 4 runs in the third, 5 runs on 12 hits and no errors. The Mariners a run in the first, a run in the fourth, 2 runs on 9 hits and no errors. 21 hits between both teams. We go to the top of the 9th, but will we see some 9th inning magic? And with that, Roland Smith coming out of the game. And they are going to bring in Arthur Rhodes. Actually, they're going to bring in Cesar Jimenez. That is his card. Jimenez will come into the game with a 3.25 ERA. 1 win and 1 loss. He's pitched 8 1/3 innings, allowed 10 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Roland Smith, he went 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, an ERA of a 4.67. Three, 4, and 5, the heart of the lineup. Orioles, Markakis, 1 for 3 with a walk, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 1-2, column 1, row 2. It's a wild pitch. Foul ball, smacks it foul. We're going to re-roll the dice. 5-1, column 5, row 1. Strikeout plus. I'm getting my symbols confused there. We had 10, 17. That is a 10. Struck him out. And that puts 1 away. Kevin Millard, 1 for 4 with a strikeout and a run. 4-5, column 4, row 5. Strikeout on a 1 to 7. That is a 7. Struck him out. And that puts 2 away. 2 up, 2 down. Luke Scott is up. He's 3 for 4 today with a home run, a run, and 3 RBIs. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-6, column 5, row 6, foul ball. We're going to re-roll. 2-6, column 2, row 6, walk on a 1 to 8. The 15 is too high. 6-6, column 6, row 6, double star 3, ground ball to Hewlett. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. As the Mariners retire the Orioles in order, we go to the bottom of the 9th. Mariners down by 3. They need 3 to tie, 4 to win. And with that, Chad Belford tired. So this call to the bullpen. And they're going to bring in Gregory Schell. George Schwell, sorry. That is his card. Schwell comes in the game with a 2.07 ERA. No wins, no losses. 5 saves, 8 and 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 5 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Chad Belford, he went 1 1/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 3.25. Tug Hill at 0 for 1. Are they going to let him take the hit? They are. 2 for column 2, row 4. Strikeout plus on a 1 to 27. That is a 14. Struck him out. We go to the top of the order with 1 away. Ichiro Suzuki, 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored. 5-2, column 5, row 2. Strikeout plus on a 1 to 14, 17, too high. Suzuki, 2-2, column 2, row 2. Ground ball to Roberts. Roberts will make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. Lopez, 2 for 3, and here is the pitch. Mariners down to the last out. 4-6, column 4, row 6. Hit by pitch, that is a 0. Schwell will give it a -5, which takes it to a 0. The 8 is too high. 1-4, column 1, row 4. Fly ball, Markakis goes back. He'll go deep, makes the catch, and that is the ball game. As the Orioles will retire the Mariners in order, 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Very easy inning score there. Final score of the game as the Baltimore Orioles defeat the Seattle Mariners 5-2. Final line score coming right up. And with that final score of the game, Baltimore 5, Mariners 2. Baltimore Orioles, 5 runs and 12 hits and no errors. The Mariners, 2 runs on 9 hits. Daniel Cabrera will get his second win. Carlos Silva picks up his fourth loss of the game. George Schwell will get his 6th save of the game. Luke Scott hits his 6th home run. Same with Richie Sexton will hit his 6th home run of the game. Taking a look at the stats here, Daniel Cabrera picks up the win. He went 6 2/3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 home run, 1 bulk, an ERA of a 2.97. Carlos Silva, who will pick up the loss, he went 5 2/3 innings, allowed 11 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and 1 home run, an ERA of an 8.15. Cesar Jimenez, the last pitcher up for the Mariners, he went 1 inning, allowed 2 strikeouts, and an ERA of a 2.91. George Schwell, who will get the save, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 1.85. So that's going to do it for us here at Safeco Field as the Baltimore Orioles improve to 13-8, and the Seattle Mariners were dropped to 8-14. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile, and remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go up, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies games. Until then, I'm Scooty 007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.